Kia ora and welcome to today's Advent Drink Along. I'm Luke.
I'm Ed.
And today we're drinking Green Machine. So Ed, you brewed this, eh?
Yep. So this is my ode to terpene style beers. So I grew up in a small town called Te Puke. It has a reputation from a long time ago of nefarious things. So I got hold of some terpenes from Bintani and wanted to try it. And I decided to make it as punchy as possible.
I've had a couple of terpene beers which have been lovely, but this is very, very heavy-handed.
Yes, yeah.
This is overwhelmingly reeking of bud.
Yeah. So the first time I did it, I followed the dosage suggestions and went with that. And everything I would do would go into keg. Now, keg, it tasted amazing straight away, but eventually it faded away and there was not much there halfway through the keg. And that was really, really disappointing for me because if I was making a themed beer, I wanted it to have that theme and to really smack you in the face.
Yeah.
So I started increasing everything to make it more and more in your face. And then I realized the problem wasn't so much the dosage, it was the serving style. Being so volatile and coming out of solution, let's make a much smaller vessel. So I canned it. And now it's all locked in. And there's no hiding exactly what it is.
This is, it's hilarious. Yeah, it is like you've opened a bag of bud. It's,
not that we know what that smells like, but yes.
No, just what I've read about in novels about cannabis eaters, etc. So yeah, terpenes are, so if anyone's watching along and you don't know about a terpene, it's a flavour compound, right?
Yeah, so it's one of the main flavour and aroma compounds you find in most natural plants and things like that. A lot of brewers, we look at the hop terpenes, and they're exactly the same terpenes that you find in marijuana. They've been very closely related. The other things that everyone looks for in beer is thiols, which have sulfur attached to it, but that's geeking out. So the terpenes for these ones, the terpene that I've used in this has been made to be as close as possible to what Pineapple Express smells and tastes like. So they take a specific strain and then they model it to match. So this is Pineapple Express. First time I smelt it, it reminded me of a beer that I brewed when it's first fresh off tank or the first keg. Straight away you put it on tap and you crack it. It was dank and weedy and everything about it, and it was only a 4.7% pale ale, which I loved. It was one of my favourite beers to make and drink, and I went, this would go amazing in it, and so that was the base beer I've used in it, which is our Juster, our normal New Zealand pale ale, which is an extra pale ale, and then smash a whole lot of terpenes, and then you might, if you're going to put terpenes in it, you might as well go mad.
As you clearly have, well, dank is the word. So when so building the malt base, so it's the same as your pale ale. So it's
it's nice light. It's pale ale, pale malts. There's a touch of what else have we got in there? A little bit of Vienna, a touch of wheat, and and a hint of Gladiator for a tiny bit of head retention. But yeah, it is nice, light, refreshing sort of thing. And I mean, the beer is still there underneath. It's a punch in the nose. But it's still the same core beer underneath, so you still got that good flavour in there and the ease of drinking.
Yeah, it's not overly light. There's a lot of IPAs and pale ales, which are delicious. That it's just all about the hops, and it's just they just flows on top. But yeah, this has a little bit of heft to the body to it, but it's it's about that unique aroma and flavour. It's a good time.
Cheers.
Yeah. So is this the first batch of this that you brewed?
No, this is a third iteration actually that I've done on it. So
have you put them in cans previously, or have they just been keg only ones?
Keg only. Yeah. Keg only until this stage because I just wanted to make sure that the kegging process, the people I use to do the kegging, because we're so small, we don't have our own canning system. I could use someone that would do justice to it and would catch it. So this is the second lot of can. The first lot we did a test run with it. And it worked, and so the next batch it was like straight in for canning.
So good. So Alchemy Street.
Yes.
Where'd the name come from?
I'm a chemist. Well, I did chemistry at uni and stuff like that. So I originally, when I was trying to come up with a name for a brewery, because I'm not that creative that way, I thought of the Alchemist. But being an alchemist, I wanted to spell it slightly older style because I am older, so I used a Y instead of an I in it for Alchemist. And then a bar opened up quite close by, called the Alchemist, and they serve craft beer, and they spelled it that way, and I was quite gutted because I hadn't trademarked anything. I just created my company to put it on hold. And then I looked at it and I went, well, I'll just move the ST to the side, and so Alchemy Street was born.
Yeah, so there's no street.
No, there's no street. We're
just in your mind.
It's just in my mind.
Yeah, just down there making gold.
Yeah, trying to.
Yeah. So when did you kick off? When were your first commercial batches coming out?
After an adult apprenticeship working at Castles that ended just before lockdown. I'd had some stuff going on with a very sick family member, so I had spent the last year at Castles in and out of Australia to try and spend as much time with my brother. And then at the end of that, I had not got to the end of my tether with Castles, but I decided I wanted something different. So I decided, okay, I need to take a little break after last year, and then I'll move to a new brewery. So then I was in talks with another brewery about going across there. And that just happened to coincide with the start of COVID.
Yeah.
And everything was all good, go. And then I get a phone call from the brewer after I'm going, what's going on? Because it suddenly went silent from head office. And he's like going, dude, they've pulled the pin. And I was like, what's going on there? He's like, they don't know what's happening with this bug coming from overseas. So they've gone, we want to wait and see. And a week later, we were in lockdown.
Yeah, terrifying times.
Yeah, so that was the end of that. And then after that, you start to worry about your parents and family and stuff like that. We were living in Christchurch. I grew up in Te Puke. My partner, she grew up in Waihi. So we moved back to the Bay of Plenty to be close to our parents because they're getting at that stage of life now where they don't believe they need help, but they might soon. So it's better for us to be close by. So that's when we moved back. And then I became a contract brewer because there were no jobs.
Yeah.
And then the opportunity came to take over Slab. And so that's what I did February last year.
Yeah.
They wanted out and I went, I'll take your premise. And they were like, they helped me into it. It's been very, very cool. So now we have a premise and a tiny little tap room. But yeah, you come in, like there's only me or Kat working. So you're talking to us. Like we're the people who make the beer. We're the people who do everything. So
love it. So the philosophy behind Alchemy Street, you like fruit, hey?
I do. I like fruit. When I was contract brewing, I did not want to do pale ales, pilsners, hazies, because there's so many really good ones out there. And if you're contract brewing small batches and you're coming in as an unknown and going, here's my hazy that maybe someone's going to have with all the other hazies, you're just going to drift into oblivion because no one's going to remember it or anything like that. So what I did was, I also love fruits and I love sours and I love dark beers, and I went, there's not that many fruit sours at the moment. You might get one from a brewery. So to try and stick out, I did purely fruit sours for summer, and I did adjunct dark beers for winter, and I would go into the different venues and say, hey, do you want some different beers, some interesting things, and try to get a little bit of recognition that way. But now, of course, that we have our tap room, got to make what everyone wants at the same time. And so the sours have reduced to 1 or 2 on tap at all time, and the dark beers have reduced down to 1 or 2 on tap at all time because I've got to pump out those pilsners and hazies and pale ales and IPAs and things like that I wasn't before. People want to drink that if they're coming in to sit down. So.
Oh, and there's a reason that they're the most popular beer styles on earth.
And I mean, I love drinking them as well. It's just, I just needed some way of being memorable at the time when I was contract brewing.
Yeah, that foot in the door.
Yeah.
But so when you're putting together beer recipes, do you often start with an ingredient, or what's the process when you're doing seasonal?
Well, it depends. If when it was doing fruit sours, I would get my hands on fruit, try the fruit, and go, wow, this would be amazing with, or this would be amazing as. Same as like I have, not that we've got it here, the Chango, which is chili mango goza, so salted sour. Chili, mango. I tried the chilies and I went, these chilies are amazing. They were yellow Jamaican mushrooms, and I went, they'd be amazing as a mango chutney with chili. And then, or a mango beer. And then I was like, I'm thinking about putting the extra salt in there to up the fruit. And so that's how I do the fruity ones or the adjuncty ones. When it comes to other styles, inspiration can come from anything. You try someone else's beer and it's not about repeating what they've made, but it'll give you an idea like, oh, wow, that was really, really good. But I think I would do it this way and I would do something a bit different. And then, so it's not about I'm going to do it better. It's like, wow, that's an amazing beer. I really enjoyed your beer. I'll drink your beer. But now I'll make something that appeals to me that's different, but that's given me the idea for. So
you brewed at Castles.
Yes.
I'm guessing that wasn't your first job out of school?
No, I'm pretty old. So I've been working in many different industries.
Not to profile you or judge, but you might be 25.
No, I wish. I look it, but I'm not. Yeah. So I had just spent a stint in the mines in WA for 6.5 years.
Crikey.
And we had come back to New Zealand because we wanted to be home and not living in the middle of nowhere that's 48 degrees in summer and it's stinking hot and flies are with you every day.
But underground, that must be pretty
No,
bad.
we were. It was an open cut mine.
Oh, rough. Yeah.
It was stinking hot. Like, it was really hot. But you get used to it, and it was bone dry. So we came back, and when we came back, it was like, let's do what we want to do, not chase money.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. So hence we have a brewery that, we pay our bills. We don't make money. I don't get paid from it, but we can exist on setting ourselves up from what we did before. So, but I mean, I finished university many eons ago and then did everything but what I'd studied. And then ended up in finance and other things. And then you end up in the mines and then you come back and you're like, actually, I'll sell my beer. There was always a competition between my brothers and my brother-in-laws.
Yeah.
And me and my father, I suppose, as well, that who made the best home brew. And it was definitely not my dad. It was horrendous stuff. But that was many, many years ago. But all the boys make home brew and we drink home brew and we enjoyed it and stuff like that.
So much fun. Home brewing.
Yeah, but people pay for mine, so it's best. Is the way.
Oh, so none of the other lads have
No, we're all just home brews.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
so technically I won.
I was wondering if that story was going to lead to, and my brother-in-law is Josh at Garage Projects. And
No.
But so far, you're the only commercial brewer.
Yeah, and I mean, to be honest,
them, hey?
one of my brothers-in-law makes amazing beer as well.
Yeah.
But it realistically, I just like making things that people enjoy.
Yeah.
And it's more about making something to drink and enjoy than making stuff for me to drink.
Yep.
Which was the home brewing. It was about making stuff for me, and then it developed into making stuff for everyone else. And it's like being a chef, you get enjoyment from other people enjoying what you make.
Well, even at that home brewing stage, you quickly get to a stage where you want to brew more, you want to try new ingredients, you want to experiment, you want to hone, you want to perfect things. But every batch you do is 20 litres. So, actually, you say brewing for yourself. It's like, well, it takes a long time to brew to drink 20 litres of an IPA.
Oh no, I have very helpful friends.
Yeah. So even as a home brewer, you very quickly start to be getting that good feedback from your friends and family.
Yeah.
And
I got over cleaning bottles very, very fast. So I had
bottling home brews.
Yeah, keep fridge was the way to go. And then it's like
such a hassle.
The worst thing about being a brewer is when you make something and you're learning your craft, you try it and you go, oh, I enjoy this, but this was wrong. And immediately you want to fix it. So you want to make new stuff. But every time you're going to drink that from then on, all you're going to taste is that flaw that you had.
Yeah, you got 19.5 litres to get through. So,
but no, my friends were very helpful.
Yeah. So your brewery is a bit bigger than 19.5 litres now.
300 litres, it's tiny.
It's still not massive.
No. Like when I clean it, I tip it on its side and I do stuff. Yeah. It is the definition of a nano brewery, basically. It's very tiny. I have 300 litre tanks, single brew, and then I have 3 800 litre tanks as well. Yeah. And so for the 800 litre tanks, I'll do a double batch to fill them, and then I'll high gravity and liquor back slightly just to bring it up to the 700 litres. Yeah. Because you might as well use as much of it as you possibly can. But 6 tanks in total, one bright tank. So to do production runs like decent sizes, it is troublesome. But then again, like people go, do you pilot batches? And I'm like, no, I just do a 300 litre batch.
Well, I mean, it's 5 kegs, right?
It's 5 kegs.
Yeah.
And even if there's something, so far, knock on wood, there hasn't been anything too wrong. But even if it's something that I've decided that's going to be amazing, I really want to make it and I really enjoy it, and then I realise fundamentally no one wants to pay for it.
Yeah.
either I've made something ridiculously expensive from the amount of hops I've chucked in it, or the amount of fruit I've chucked in it, or I've made something that's a style that I'm really interested in, but I've forgotten the fact that the New Zealand palate is very much lagers and pale ales, or IPAs and hazies. You got to go though.
But good to be, not brewing 5,000 litre batches.
Yeah,
You can have
I
a
wish.
bit more freedom.
I wish. It would take the same amount of time, but it would be a lot.
That's the thing, right? It's the same work and time to do 5,000 litres, 300 litres. So, very, very inefficient is the wrong word, but very expensive way to make beer, hey?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's very expensive what we do.
But luckily, your staff are cheap.
Yeah. Well, our workers get paid nothing.
Oh my God.
Well, no, I drink a lot of Coke. And Kat is quite happy to have, because she's celiac, which is amazing for not drinking the product, but horrible for actually having something there for to drink. So I use enzymes, and so I use Clarix in all my beers apart from the hazies to reduce gluten. So if she has tried them, so she does know what they taste like and things like that. But it also means that she's not in trouble gastric-wise if there's some in a glass that she drinks by mistake. And then, there's always like a alcoholic lemonade or a ginger beer or something like that on. So,
and that is a thing that it's. I think maybe a lot of brewers have the same journey. And for me here with the Fridge and Flagon and then Small Gods Tap Room and just realising the venue is like heaven for beer nerds. But there actually aren't many of us nerds.
No.
And it was a couple of years ago when we started doing things like live music here and the pub quiz and like our run club grew and grew. And just realising that we're hosts and it's hospitality and we want everybody to feel welcome and to be here. And actually, if someone isn't really into beer because they just don't like it or they don't drink alcohol, or
you've got to have something for them.
You've got to accommodate for these people. So it is so important to have something for everybody.
Yeah, so we have Mount Bruco are really good. They're really close to us, so we have a couple of their gin and tonics in cans in the fridge, so that because our license is very restrictive on what we can have. So we're allowed to have that. We have those. I have Scott's gluten-free pale ale in there for the truly sensitive celiacs that might come in. Hold on, like I'd like to make zeros and I'd like to make 0.5s and things like that. I make a 2.5. That's about the limit for me because then I start worrying about food safety and things like that. So we're too small to have anything that's going to make it safe for people.
And there's enough good alcohol-free beers out there, so not a thing to bother getting involved with.
No.
But that idea of I remember maybe it was about 9 years ago a little bar in Kingsland that doesn't exist anymore. But I remember being in there and geeking out with the bartender and talking a lot about recipes and beers and things And a bloke came in and he looked so confused by the selection of the menu and he was like, "Oh, hey mate, have you got it's like a Heineken or something?" And this bartender laughed in his face.
Oh, but you still got to cater for them. No, we don't, but we have something that might be similar. Yeah.
My God, yeah. And this poor guy, who's just a normal person that doesn't share the hobby that we share.
Yeah.
He left just feeling like, well, that guy was a prick and maybe a bit embarrassed, or it's a bit like. Just,
I guarantee you, he would have told all his friends as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those guys are snobs and wankers, and he left. And I said to the bartender, he just doesn't. He's just not into craft beer. Do you not have a Hellas or something you could have given him?
And the thing is, we all started at a spot where we went into craft beer.
Yeah.
There was a time when there was no such thing as craft beer. It was very much you had the main runners and that was it.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're clearly trying to get some crossover here with potheads. As I said,
if you knew the area that we're there are a few. So, but I mean, this isn't the only one that I do with it. It's just the most prominently in your face.
Yeah.
The other ones, they're very different. Being a 4.7, there's not that much backbone to hold that much aroma. So it is a big smack in the face. Where I have another one, Stub Toe, which is a 6.5. The hops in it integrate much more.
Yep.
And so what people don't realise, it's full of terpenes, and it's actually like dosed 1.5 times as much as this is. But what it does is it amplifies up all the different hops that are in it.
Yes.
And so the hops are on, everyone's, these hops are on point, but they don't realise it's actually the terpenes which have lifted those hops up. So
it's so awesome, just these modern ingredients that we have access to now. There's so many cool things happening. It's So, well, one major thing is the hop developments and that the Bract programs and our local growers making so many interesting hops. But yeah, just these like cryo processes and terpenes and just these, this toolbox of ingredients that we currently have access to that we can.
And when you're tiny like me, like I would love to use all sorts of different flowables and other hop products. But when your minimum purchase is like a 1 litre jug or something, and I need,
like a pipette,
50 mils max sort of thing, there's a whole lot that you've got to buy that then you worry about how long is this going to survive and stuff like that. So when new players bring out new products in smaller sizes and things like that, it opens it up for us smaller guys to actually have a play.
And such a benefit being a smaller guy that you can be completely nimble. It is, as you say, it's almost like being a home brewer. You can just decide one week that you want to do something
and away you go. So it is much closer that way, even though you've still got to punch out those core favourites that people want all the time. You've got to keep those going. You want to keep those as consistent as possible. Due to the nature of the ingredients you use, they're very agricultural, so there are variances and stuff like that. And the smaller you get, the more the variances are obvious. But at the same time, you've got to put the work in. You've got to pump it out. Yeah.
Well, we'll wrap up shortly. I need to get on. But so a lot of people watching here may not have been to Bay of Plenty or may not have visited your brewery.
Yep.
So what does that look like at the moment? People doing summer road trips and camping, and people wanting to stop in and visit you.
It's very strange where we are. I mean, we're in a lockup in an industrial area.
Glamorous.
We're very well hidden. It's quite hard to find us. We do have a sign out on the one of the main sort of arterial routes there to find us. Luckily, if you search us under Google, we are the first brewery that pops up starting with an A, and everyone else starts with something else. So we are easily found with Google. But we're starting to get a bit more in, and now it's cruise ship season. So we actually get a few people from cruise ships. They will go jump on a bus to find their own way there. I'd love if there was a business that took them around to all the different breweries and stuff like that. But it doesn't exist at the moment. So but we get a few of them coming through, and we get a few people coming through from elsewhere who have gone, I'd love to try you. I've heard about you. I tried you at Beervana when you were there, or I managed to get you through X Bottle Shop or something like that. So we do have a few coming through, and then we have our regulars, which is kind of like Cheers on Thursdays and Fridays. It's the same guys, same seats, same conversations.
Community, that's what it's all about.
It's all good.
Are you planning to get any additional bartenders or staff on for summer, or is it just you and Kat?
It's just me and Kat. Okay. It's about keeping low cost as possible. We would love to have other people doing it because that would free us up, but at the same time, it would also mean paying wages, which is an extra hiccup. So while we can, we'll keep pumping until we hit our capacity, and then hopefully it's time for growth and we can go from there.
Yeah. Oh, very exciting. Hey, thanks so much for bringing these up to us.
Too easy, man.
I think there's going to be a lot of fans. I think we're going to be really enjoying this today.
Yeah, some people may not like it, but some people might love it. So
that's the beauty of beer, hey?
Yeah.
Divisive beers.
Too
Cheers.
Easy. Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Thank you.